Welcome race fans to Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's the elimination race and the round of 16, which means we're going to cut this playoff field down to 12. Today we find out who advances and who gets eliminated. And here it is, the playoff standings. Guys like Clint Bowyer, Martin Truex Jr., Austin Dillon, and especially David Reagan are in desperate need of points. But just look how close it is. Even guys like Casey Kane and Jimmy Johnson, you get involved in one wreck and your season can be over just like that. It's time to look at the starting lineup for today's race. Carl Edwards has won the pole. To his outside is Clint Bowyer, Kevin Harvick, Kurt Busch in row number 2, Ryan Newman, Martin Truex Jr., row 3, Joey Logano, Jimmy Johnson, row 4, and Matt Kenseth and Jeff Gordon round off that top 10. Kyle Busch, Dale Earnhardt Jr., row 6, Austin Dillon, Brad Keselowski, row 7, Jamie McMurray, Kyle Larson, row 8, Denny Hamlin, Tony Stewart in row 9, and Greg Biffle and Casey Kane in row number 10. Row 11 belongs to Eric Almirola and David Reagan, Chase Elliott, Paul Menard in row 12, Danica Patrick, AJ Allmendinger in row 13. Behind them, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Ty Dillon, Trevor Bayne, and Michael McDowell in row 15. Sam Hornish Jr. and Justin Allgaier, row 16, Casey Mears, David Gilliland in row 17, Matt DiBenedetto, Cole Witt in row 18, and Bobby Labonte starting last today. Carl Edwards will lead the field to green in the first elimination race of the playoffs, and in the bottom left, we will be watching the points all race long as Clint Bowyer tries to go for the lead on Carl Edwards in a turn 3. Lap number 1, battle for the lead. Clint Bowyer is going to lead this first lap over pole sitter Carl Edwards, but Edwards fights back on the outside lane. Couple Toyotas battling it out. Bowyer's loose and Kurt Busch hard into the wall. Caution's out early and Kurt Busch's championship run is going to be over. He's dropping quickly in the points. Look, as Clint Bowyer got loose, reaction from Kurt Busch. He may have got tapped from behind, but Kurt Busch, his day is over, and his playoff run is over. He checked up, trying to avoid contact with the 15, gets run over from behind. That was Martin Truex Jr. in the 78. But this is the end of the playoffs for Kurt Busch. Carl Edwards will restart the race with Clint Bowyer on his outside. Truex running third and Ryan Newman there in fourth place, battling with Harvick. Look at Harvick making a 3-wide move on the inside of Truex and Bowyer. He's going to go from fourth to second with that move. Can he clear him? Battling back is Bowyer and Truex. Still 3 wide down the front stretch and into turn 1. Truex is sideways. Around he goes. Caution's out again. He's quickly going to get back on the track. But tough break for Martin Truex Jr. running third. Look at where he is on the points, just 2 above. He's losing points. He's come to pit road to repair the little damage he had right there on the right rear when he made contact with the inside wall. But he's still going to be racing. He will be out there for the restart. But he's going to have a big hill to climb, minus 23 points right now, it says. We'll see if he can battle his way towards the front and make it back above the cut line. Right now, it's Brad Keselowski and Austin Dillon who hold the last 2 spots as Carl Edwards restarts the field again. Kevin Harvick keeping to the outside. What a good restart for the 4 car. He's going to battle Carl Edwards down the backstretch and into turn 3. Strong on that outside lane. It's Harvick who takes it. Now Bowyer attacking Carl Edwards for second. Edwards slipping back from this lead. Bowyer's into second, and now Edwards is under attack from Ryan Newman in the 31 car. As Harvick continues to lead through turn 3, there's Ryan Newman taking third away from Edwards. Bowyer closing in on this lead. He's looking, but Harvick shuts the door. Here's Martin Truex Jr. making his way back up. Oh, wrecking behind him. A big, massive pile up. Justin Allgaier's in it. Trevor Bayne, Danica Patrick. That was sudden. We were just checking in on Martin Truex Jr., who's minus 17 right now, but behind him, looks like Danica Patrick and Trevor Bayne made contact. Sam Hornish Jr.'s in it, Michael McDowell's in it, Casey Mears, and Ty Dillon as well. 7 cars involved in this wreck. We'll take a look at it again. Watch behind the 78 when the 6 and the 10 get into frame. The 3 wide, I think the 10 just comes down a little too far. Trevor Bayne was holding his line in the middle and really nowhere to go for the rest of these guys. Kind of just pile into it. That's going to add a few cars to the list of the DNFs along with Kurt Busch. Actually, Kurt Busch was the only other car wrecked out of this race. So they'll all join him. But we'll watch Martin Truex Jr. see if he can battle back up as Kevin Harvick leads Clint Bowyer on the restart. Bowyer working with Carl Edwards on the outside. They've got a run going. Newman trying to push Kevin Harvick down the backstretch. Side by side into turn 3, and Bowyer has the advantage over Kevin Harvick. It's going to be 2 to go at the line, and it's Bowyer over Harvick, but Harvick battles back on the inside. The 4 car trying to take the lead back from the 15 of Clint Bowyer. A little loose there for Kevin Harvick. Keeps it straight though, and he's clear for the lead. And coming to the white flag, Harvick looking for win number 2 on the season and trying to lock in to the round of 12. Last guy in right now is Brad Keselowski, but he's getting shot by Kyle Busch. Keselowski's losing spots quickly. He's trying to get around the 18. Now he gets tagged by the 25. This is going to eliminate Brad Keselowski from the playoffs. Off of 4, and it's the 4 of Kevin Harvick who wins at Charlotte, and eliminated is Brad Keselowski, Martin Truex Jr., Kurt Busch, and David Reagan. And look how Brad Keselowski, he lost several spots. Kyle Busch was holding him up. The rivalry we've seen all season long. It's what kept Kyle Busch from making the playoffs, and it's gonna be what eliminates the 2 of Brad Keselowski. As Kevin Harvick burns it down, he's your winner at Charlotte Motor Speedway. 5th win of the season for Stewart-Haas Racing. That's the most of any team, tied with Hendrick Motorsports. Clint Bowyer entered the race below the cut line. A good run for him. Runner-up finish. Austin Dillon also was below the cut line until really the very last lap when Brad Keselowski got held up by Kyle Busch. There you see Truex. He rallied to 15th, but it just was not enough. So he's eliminated as well. David Reagan really was in a must-win. So he's going to be eliminated in that 16th finishing spot. And here's all the crash cars. Kurt Busch will get last place. He had such a good regular season. Was actually 2nd in the regular season standings. And an early problem is going to knock him out of the playoffs. So there it was. There's how close Truex got with his rally back. He missed it by 5 points. Brad Keselowski, who lost 3 or 4 spots there, that was just enough to get Austin Dillon in and Brad Keselowski out. So there's our playoff contenders that will battle it out in the round of 12. And the 2 tracks we will be going to are Kansas and Talladega. So if you thought the round of 16 was eventful, just wait for the round of 12. But that's it from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in Kansas.